It goes.
Before I left this weekend, I was absolutely determined to speak to the results show performers, the Backstreet Boys.
I'm in the presence of absolute icons. Guys, I saw you on stage and you look so comfortable up there. Are you enjoying it as much now as you always have?
We're enjoying it more.
Yeah.
I think we're enjoying it more now. Yeah.
Why more?
It's like, I don't know, it's like wine. You know, it goes down easier when it's older.
It's better with age.
It's better with
better
age.
with age.
No, I just think we can appreciate it more and look at it differently now, and at the pace that things are in our lives right now, it's better the second time around.
It's kind of like riding a bike. You know, we go on and off tour all the time. We've been doing it for 25 years. So it's nice to do it when we want to and be home with our families and have normal lives as well and have balance. So I think it's sweeter now. I think we enjoy it more today, just like Kevin said. It's a different dynamic, you know.
Well, I enjoyed it just as much as I did years ago watching you guys. So from an audience perspective, you're still smashing it. Do you have a favourite song to perform?
I think it varies for all of us individually, but we tend to lean more towards what the fans want to hear. We learned that lesson a long time ago. It's best to take care of your fans, and the songs like "I Want It That Way." You know, it's interesting after 25 years how every time you get on stage, it's different. Every single time when you're engaging with the audience, you're seeing the reactions that they're making, and how that just kind of like energizes you. We have our favorites, but we tend to stick with the hits. We got a lot of them, thankfully.
Loads. Does it vary from place to place what reaction you get? Certain countries or locations love certain songs?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
always, yes. We always feed off the audience, so it's actually been a super blessing to have global success and to be able to go to different countries around the world, and to, especially in certain countries where they don't really speak English, but they can sing every single one of our songs word for word. And that's pretty awesome. And to talk to fans that have actually learned how to speak English because of being fans of our music, that's something that's really near and dear to our hearts. So
Super cool.
it's pretty cool, man.
We even have a couple songs we've even translated in other languages.
Yep.
Is that hard to learn?
Italian and Spanish.
So you're all bilingual now as a result
We're
of that?
trilingual.
Yeah.
Così. That's playing games with my heart. We have I'll Never Break Your Heart and Spanish. And I'd Go Anywhere for You.
You guys got all the talents.
So in those
Ryan will sing it for
countries-
you.
In those countries, we try to even cater even more to them.
Yeah. On Strictly, we have a lot of contestants who are battling their nerves. They get very nervous before they go on stage, even if they're a performer. Do you guys still get the butterflies?
Of course we get the butterflies. It's interesting. I kind of empathize with them because I performed on Dance with the Stars in America, so I understand, how different it actually is. You get like one chance to go out there and get it right after you've done all your rehearsals, and that's very nerve-wracking. From our perspective as a group, I mean, we've been doing it for a very long time. We do get the nerves every now and then, even like a show like this, that we just got done performing, there's always those nerves, you're on television, and you never know what can happen. And you get one shot. But, we use those nerves as fuel to give good performances, and that's what keeps us going.
Performing the foxtrot, Nicholas Jean Carter.
Yeah.
I get nervous all the time. But I've come to realize that I accept it because the times that in the past where I haven't gotten nervous is normally a good chance that I'm messing up. So at this point now, I accept the butterflies and know that, like Nick said, it's going to give me the energy and fuel me to keep me on my toes to think, a little ahead of time. Yep.
I mean, it's adrenaline. Adrenaline is created in us to focus. Well, it's also to focus. It's that fight or flight thing. So get one shot.
Nerve shows you care, right? So if you stopped getting nervous, you wouldn't be that bothered. And it seems like you guys still care just as much as back in the day.
We do. We take pride in what we do. We want to do it at a high level for as long as we can, and we're blessed, like Brian said earlier, with it. After 25 years, we're still here. So.
And Nick, you did Dancing with the Stars. Can we hope that any of you guys are going to do any dancing competitions?
No.
No, I've given them the horror stories. It's not a horror, but it's a substantial amount of work. Obviously, they know you. It's like 5 days a week. One rehearsal day, no days off, and then I made it all the way to the finale, and so that was like a 12-week run for me.
I wanted you to win, man.
But I told
I voted for you.
They voted.
I voted.
It got me there, but it was a great experience, and I won't trade it for anything. And I learned so much about myself and gaining some confidence as well. But I think it would be interesting to see either like Kevin. I mean, all the guys can dance, but like Kevin in particular, because I think he was trained in the ballroom when
No
you were younger,
way.
right?
When I was 18 years old, actually, I'm sorry, 19, I was working at Walt Disney World, and I was dating a girl at one time, and we went on a date to Arthur Murray Ballroom Dance Studio. It was like we had like a free dance lesson, and they asked us if we would like to be instructors after the lesson. They're like, we'll train you. So for a second job for about 6 months, I was a ballroom instructor.
Do you ever practice? Have you got that skill still?
I mean, I can still do like a little bit of the foxtrot and the tango and the salsa and the the swing and
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when you were performing tonight down at Strictly, was there a bit of you itching to go on the dance floor? Because you know that you can probably hold your own.
I mean, it'd be fun not to compete, but it'd be fun to just grab somebody and
Show them how it's done.
whirl around the floor a little bit. Yeah.
Finally, you guys are known for being very good dancers. You're all-rounders, really. You can sing, you can dance, you can put on a good show. Have you got any tips for anybody at home, maybe who wants to woo the ladies on the dance floor?
There's we I was 12 when I met the guys, and we've been doing this for 25 years. And the very beginning, we were rehearsing all the time. We had this like warehouse that was in Orlando, Florida, and we were constantly there for years. Every single day, took time breaks, every now and then, went out on the road. But what I'm getting at is that there's a book that was written about 10,000 hours. So, practice makes perfect. That's like the best thing. You're going to probably be insecure in the beginning, but get yourself some mirrors. Obviously put the time in and practice and start somewhere and then just see where it leads you.
I would say what Kevin did is the biggest encouragement I could say is don't be scared for a guy to take a class, a dance class. I know when I was in college, I wanted to actually know how to do formal dance as well, and I actually took some classes in college, and they even actually had like a little competition at the end, and I won like I think tango or something like that.
Congratulations.
But it was like, for me, I think for any guy to be able to have the courage to go in there, that will help them just release some of the stress and the nerves off of themselves when they get the opportunity to possibly dance with a woman.
Yeah, so it's all about taking chances and confidence.
Yeah, confidence too. I think it's easy to focus on just one thing. What we do is a multiple different things.
Yeah.
Dancing and singing and making it look like you're having fun and remembering your steps, remembering your notes. That's a big deal. That's why we put like Nick said, 10,000 hours in. We probably put several million hours in over the years.
It completely shows.
But yeah, I mean, it just takes time and effort and dedication and confidence.
I wanted to add just a little something to that. Coming up as the Backstreet Boys singing and dancing, it's funny that you come across some guys that maybe would feel insecure or make fun of you because you dance. But I want to encourage all the young generation out there. My mother always told me this. Of course, I had a good role model because my grandfather could dance, my father could dance. But my mother always said, there's nothing better than a man that can move. So I just want to challenge the younger generation to not be insecure. You may have to learn a little bit. You may have to make a mistake. You may look silly once or twice, but women do like men that can move on the dance floor.
You gotta own it.
So I want to encourage the younger generation out there to not be afraid and not be insecure and dance.
I completely agree with that from a female perspective. So thank you very much.